Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So of course it's the beginning of January, but I live in Florida, so I decided to do this dress review outside because it is all of 66 degrees outside in Florida. It's nice weather, so I was like, why not do this dress review outside so I can be able to enjoy some of this weather before it all goes away. Now, this dress that I'm reviewing, I actually have on. It is the Lunaria dress by Move Fabrics. It is a free, help me say, free pattern that you can print out. If you look through my past videos, I talked about how my printing process went because, hey, we don't all like to do PDFs, but there's a way to do it. So hit up these past videos. I'll do the link below so you can see how you can be able to print out Move Fabric patterns and let it not be a chore. So let's talk about this dress. Guys, I love this dress. There are a few things that I would do differently. So one, let's talk about the sewing process. So I went through the sewing process. It took me a lot longer than I wanted to, but it had nothing to do with the pattern. It had to do with the changes that was going on in my life. But when I sat down, actually did the pattern was easy to sew up. Now, I would rate this pattern as someone who should be a intermediate beginner to do this pattern. There is a lot of new techniques you'll learn. We have the flounce, you have your button down the front, and there are a lot of buttons right now. I'm missing a couple because I wanted to take pictures. I knew I had to work tomorrow, but I was like, let me get the top buttons. I'll put some pins in it, and then I'll put the best of the buttons on when I get time, when I'm spending time with my family. You definitely want to make sure you know how to do buttons, but everything else is quite easy. There are several pieces to the pattern, which I go over in the last video I did to introduce this pattern. In the back, there's a detail. I don't know if you guys can see it well. Hopefully I can circle it when I'm doing my editing, but it gathers in the back. So the back looks really, really nice. I love how the pattern pieces go together. Actually, starting to think about it, I would say you have to be an intermediate sewer to do these, because even in the back, you have to sandwich your yoke pieces. And if you don't know how to do that, it can be a struggle. I did go through the instructions on Move website. So if you go to Move's website page where they have the patterns, the free patterns, they have a lot of them, but each of their patterns come with instructions. It doesn't go into detailed instructions, but there's enough instructions that you can get through it if you've been sewing before. I'm actually going to do a sew along with this dress. It's going to go live next week. It may even go live at the beginning of this weekend, just depends on how my weekend goes. But it's an easy pattern for you to use some of those skills that you have been saving all in one dress. Now, there are some changes that I did. Currently, I'm holding the belt. The belt was too long for me after doing my pictures. I think I liked the idea of the belt until I saw the belt in my pictures, and then I didn't like the belt. But I also don't like my dress like this because I feel like this is the big moo-moo. It's my personal preference, but other than that, I really do like the dress. It's something that I would wear, maybe going out to a nice dinner, going to church. Some of the changes I made had nothing to do with the pattern itself. It had to do with me and my size. So when you look up Move patterns, when you look at their sizes, I think it goes from 2 to 30. But the pattern will actually tell you what size this pattern goes up to. So you would have to size out each body part to be able to fit the pattern to your body size. Well, unfortunately for me, I picked the first pattern to do where, oh, mosquito. I picked the first pattern to do where it didn't go up to a size 30, which I did need. So I did have to do some adjustments for my bust size. But other than that, it worked out good. I will say, because of the adjustments, I think this dress is supposed to be like up here, and mine does not sit that way. I don't like that. But that had nothing to do with mood. That had to do with me picking a pattern that didn't go up to my size. So I'm trying to think of some other things that you guys would have questions on. It took all 6 yards of fabric that I had. So I would say, depending on your size, anywhere between 4 and 6 yards of fabric. And like I said, the instructions are easy to do. I would recommend this pattern. Would I sew it again? I actually will. The difference in what I would do again is I would increase the length. So I added 3 inches to the end of my dress. So to him, I added 3 inches. It was not enough for me. When I actually started taking pictures, and I'll post a picture up here of me without leggings on, I did not like it. Partly because I hear my husband in my head said, hey, yeah, they're showing your thighs. That ain't cute. So I definitely would lengthen this pattern. Maybe one time I'll make it without adding the flare to my sleeves. But all in all, it's an easy pattern if you want a nice dress, a very comfortable dress to be able to wear during a transition in winter to spring. All right, guys, look forward to my sew along for this particular dress. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.